Okay, here we go.
You are now listening to the Black Geeks.
All right, so we're in the after party.
So since we've totally diverged from what we were actually supposed to be talking about on the show, I don't even know how we got into, the whole black thing today. But can we talk about Constantine?
That's what I wanted to get into. I was trying to interrupt you guys, but y'all kept doing y'all thing. So I was like, yeah.
Also, I saw John Wick. If you guys want a quick review of that.
So you saw it?
I watched it, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it.
You mean you still can see? You're not blind after watching that, dude?
No. Here's the thing. Cause this is why I was going to call you guys this weekend because I was looking at movies to watch, and when that movie, I went to look at the ratings, and it had over 600 reviews at the time. They were all positive, which threw me off. So at first I thought,
which movie?
John Wick. John Wick. The Keanu Reeves joint. And I thought for a second when I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, help me. I think I'm going blind. I can't see it. I can't see shit.
I thought I saw a review and somebody was like, this is probably Keanu's best or something like that.
It was something like that.
If y'all want me to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it.
Talk about it. Stop.
I'm surprised you're not blind after watching that fool.
Dude, John Wick got 86% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's what I'm saying. It got a high rating.
When we
say
we want him to talk about it, are we sure when we want him to talk about it? Does anybody on this show actually plan to go see it? Because if Geek Soap talk about it.
I will not spoil
it.
Go ahead and talk about it. I hate him.
I will not spoil it. Here you go. A 1 minute review. I was in agreement just like all you guys. I was like, John Wick, are you crazy? Like, that looks horrible. The premise, something about the dog. He had a wife or whatever. I was like, no, this can't be good. Keanu, he did 47 Ronin. It's horrible. And then me and Toby-Wan Kenobi from the show, we both went to see it. And I was like, before I saw it, just like Pop Belly said, friggin' 85%, 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. What? At the time I saw Rotten Tomatoes, it was at 90%. And I said, this can't be. Like, how can this be? This got to be an error. Went to see it. I'm going to tell you guys, non-spoiler, the first 10 minutes sets up the movie very, how can I say it, with real drama, with genuine drama. Right, a dramatic performance from Keanu kind of sets up story. You don't know who he is, but you kind of feel what he's going through. Then the action starts, and the first scene, what? Yo, I'm sorry, man.
Spoil it. Tell it.
No, don't spoil it.
You know what? No. You know what? I'm gonna take.
I'm not spoiling. Look.
If the
show, how many black people does he kill? That's all I want to know.
I don't think he killed one black person. I don't think he killed one. Now that I think about it,
if a movie could cause Soul Brother to hit an octave like that, then it must be okay. It must be okay. So
I ain't convinced, man.
I only reserve the falsetto for certain movies. No, I'm telling you, man. I was so surprised. I turned to Toby-Wan and I was like, now I see why they gave it 85% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, this is, you know what? I'm gonna give you guys a comparison. This was like a Tarantino movie, but Tarantino movies kind of hit you over the head with either the violence or the, kind of the cool. But this one was a lot more well-balanced when it came to, like, the violence and looking cool and just, it was more, I don't know, you could just believe it more. And he was wrecking house. Like, Keanu was bringing his skills from back in the Matrix day, and he was wrecking house, doing all kinds of headshots and stuff like that. So, I'm telling you guys, some of you guys might not like it still, but I think it deserves for an action movie. Now, it's not Hamlet, but for an action movie, it was a really good shoot 'em up action movie. It had the drama, had the acting, had the story. Story. I mean, shoot 'em up movies don't have deep stories, but it was deep enough. Like Keanu brought it. I can't lie. Those first 10, 15 minutes of him acting, I was like, okay, Keanu, I'm kind of a believer now. So there it is. My 1 minute turned into 2 minute review.
Wow.
I was shocked.
I'm shocked that you gave this good a review.
I tell you, man. Look, there were a few movies that surprised me this year, but this one surprised me most of all. Like from thinking that was going to be corny to actually liking it. It was the biggest surprise this year. Definitely.
Damn, I'm getting a headache because now I want to see it.
Yeah, I know.
I am. Wow.
I'm hating that dude, man, and I want to see it now just because of this review. That's crazy.
I'm not giving Keanu Reeves another damn dime after
I'm gonna go see
Corona. I'm done with him.
Kill it on the internet.
I'm gonna steal it, and I'm gonna steal it tomorrow afternoon.
I know we must be experiencing hell on earth because I even want to go see that damn Affleck movie, and I don't even like that dude. That Gone Girl joint.
Gone Girl. They said that was awesome. Yeah,
I've heard that joint was often really good. And I was like, Affleck though. It's like, forget his Affleck. The actual premise of the movie, everything is good. Even got Tyler Perry in it. It's good. You need to go watch it. And I was like, ain't no effing way. I'm going to do both Keanu Reeves and Affleck. I'm going to have an aneurysm. I can't do it. I didn't say that.
No, man. You're going to need more than that, Bill.
But I heard that was a good flick, too, that Gone Girl joint. I heard it was a good flick.
Yeah.
So, I might have to check that out, too.
I'm going to check it out soon.
So what y'all think of Constantine?
I missed it.
I didn't see it.
I think we need to do the 4-episode thing. I didn't dislike it. I think it has potential, but I think like these other shows, I'm gonna give it because I mean when I first saw Arrow, I'm gonna be honest. The first episode I wasn't digging Arrow. The very first episode, mostly because that stupid catchphrase.
You're not the only one. I wrote that joint off.
Arrow
first.
Arrow was good the first couple of episodes, but it wasn't that good.
I also kept watching it because I saw it. The storyline was kind of cool. I you know how I hate those stupid catchphrases. Oh, you failed this shit. You're like, shut up. Just shut your mouth. Just do what you do. Stop saying that. Stop saying that stupid catchphrase. And so when that happened, I was like, this is gonna be corny. Then obviously he stopped saying it, and I was like, okay. Then I got over myself, and it was actually a pretty good joint. I'm looking at this Constantine. It had potential. Yeah. Listen, I thought the show was okay. It didn't blow me away. I didn't be like, oh my God, everybody has to watch it. I'm not going to go that route. But I watched it. It had potential to be all right. And I think one of the things is, and I think this is the case with most DC stuff, you don't know who none of these characters are. And so when they show you these characters, you don't know who they are. You know what I mean? Because they're not, DC doesn't really, especially when it comes to off characters, DC has never did a good job marketing anyone other than Batman and Superman. That's even in Wonder Woman's case.
Dude, real
never
talk,
really did a good job marketing their other guys. And I always thought Constantine's story wasn't a good one from a comic book standpoint.
No, I agree with you 100% on that one. And I also agree with your review. If you paid attention, and I know you did, because freaking Face is like a walking human encyclopedia with like a didactic memory. Like everything he see, he just automatically remember. That dude got like total recall. Like everything.
Calling him Elizabeth Salander.
Pretty much. But Constantine, it was a good comic book. I feel like with this might be a setup for, or potential setup for Justice League Dark. if they go in a direction, and I think they're going in, because some of the Easter eggs they threw in the first joint was they had Dr. Fate's helmet, in the layer. They had a couple other like little pieces, in there that was like, all right, so this has the potential to be good. Like, was this first episode great? Nah. Was it bad? Nah. It was kind of on the fence in the middle. But the dude that they have playing Constantine himself is actually, I feel like, a good casting choice. Like, dude is actually pretty solid playing Constantine.
I thought so. I thought he was.
Yeah,
and that's what a lot of people didn't read those comics. Yeah, a lot of people didn't read those comics. I read, and I didn't read all of them, but I knew what they were, and I did read some, the little Hellblazer comics. And then basically following, they're doing the comic book. Like, if you go and buy the first 10 issues of those Hellblazer comics and early stuff, you'll realize it looks like they're playing that game, which makes good for TV if they don't get crazy. And that's where that's why I'm holding my breath, because it kind of it had its moments where it was like, but
it got a little wonky in certain areas, but
it set itself up to do good in the long haul.
It has two things working against it: a bad time slot and an overly dependence on special effects that from the pilot was very weak. So they're working from a limited budget. But Friday night at 10 p.m., unless they get a cult following from the jump, that show will be gone in 2 months.
I said now that was my thing, because I didn't watch it on Friday. Tell you that's right. I didn't watch it on Friday. I'm not going to watch it on Friday. I think that is a horrible.
Friday shows are hard.
Yeah, but I mean that particular time slot is a death slot. There's been a lot of
we talked
shows.
about that.
Yeah, we did talk about that before. There's been some good shows. I don't, because listen, Friday night, I was busy. Most of us, even if you like Econius and don't like going anywhere, you still ain't going to do it on Friday night. Wow. So, but like, I'm just saying, like, Friday night, either you chilling with the fam or you out and about. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really a good slot. Because, during the weekday, you figure you're going to watch it because you people got to go to work anyway, so you already all sit at the house and chilling and hanging out or whatever. But on a Friday night, that's kind of a bad slot, especially at 10 o'clock. Because you messing with club time, you got Skinamax time, and there's a lot of people that ain't giving up that. So you really playing a dangerous game putting it at 10 p.m. on a Friday. So
I think he did that. I thought Skinamax was 11 o'clock. I got to adjust my, that's my alarm.
Especially the new game where they got all the different Cinemaxes, it's real. So, anyway.
Did anybody happen to get the number on that bus that just ran over Econius? I think that was an E40. That just hit that cat. I'm not sure.
But Econius say nothing, because we literally have to show up at his door and drag him out the house.
Not if it's a good movie. Shoot, he'll actually show up places on time for a good movie. Oh, God.
I just saw some bad news on the internet.
Whoa, what's the bad news? Oh. What's the bad news, Bison?
Jaden Smith is going to be Static Shock.
I saw that.
Wow.
It was just a rumor at first.
What?
Man.
Come again? Mission Control? Wait.
Jaden Smith's rumored to be Static Shock.
No. Mission Control, I think we're having issues up here. Come again? Oh, God. This is the same dude who, like, 2 weeks ago said he the best rapper, right now and anybody. The same knucklehead.
Don't sleep, dude. Jada is nice. His acting skills, maybe not, but rapping, Jada is nice.
Is it true? Is it true though? Because I heard him. I read something where he was calling rappers out and was like, "Yo, I'm hot. You bring anybody right now that's rapping." And I was like,
Whoa! I was just caught onto this last. Who this?
Jaden.
Okay. There's rumors still going out the eyes that the
Jaden Smith.
Jaden.
Said Jada Kiss. I was about to
no.
Never mind.
Where did that come from?
Wait a minute. Jada Kiss.
The whole last series of statements.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Jada Kiss
out for
has sex. Wow. Jada Kiss is
okay. That makes sense.
So Jada Kiss is the best rapper out, and
now
Jaden
that
Smith.
I've cleared my ears, Jaden Smith, like real talk though, let's be honest, like how much competition does Jaden Smith actually have in the rap game right now? He might actually probably
that's funny.
He might actually be that good compared to his competition.
He probably is one of the best ones out right now.
Don't do that. Don't hype him up, Jaden.
That's of course excluding every rapper that came out prior to this era that's still rapping. We're not talking about people who still rapping who came out in the 90s.
See, his daddy couldn't help him rap.
That's funny.
Daddy couldn't help him back.
Hey, wait.
I like little Jaden in the Karate Kid, the remake.
I was cool with him in Karate Kid too.
He was alright in Karate Kid.
He's alright in Karate Kid.
I think he should go hang out with Tevin Campbell.
Little Tevin.
Why y'all hating on Tevin? Why y'all hating on little Tevin? Why do we hate little Tevin? I never understood that. Why do we hate Tevin? I don't hate Tevin. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Tevin.
You're not honest.
I ain't gonna even talk about Tevin.
Oh man.
He's not honest. And now that we're talking about honesty, I don't believe Tyler Perry either. I'm just going to put it out.
Me either.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
Tyler Perry seem about as real as Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie right now to me.
There you go. I agree with you on that one.
You say you don't believe Tyler Perry.
What you trying to say there, bro?
I'm just saying. Okay. I'm gonna be quiet.
No,
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in the house.
Too much.
I don't know. You laugh, but I just watched that the other day. I've been sneaking and watching the Boondocks with the kids. I figured they should know. So the episode came on, and my little ones was like, "Who is he supposed to be?" I said, "Medea." They said, "Oh."
Little did you know, little boy.
So is that what you think went down? You think somebody called him cross-dressing and to cover it up, he was like, "No, this is a script that I was writing," and he went all in, and the rest is history. Is that what we're saying? Come on, man.
I think that's what they're saying. I think that's what they're saying.
Cody is.
Now, before you brothers go, I gotta hear about the Avengers 2 trailer. I gotta hear the brothers dish out.
Yo, has everyone seen that? Oh man, you know what? I forgot to post it to our Facebook page.
I've seen it multiple times.
I have too. Oh my God, they did
you
an
read
incredible
the
job.
21-point play-by-play? Did you read that
of
article?
the trailer? No, I didn't.
Yeah, there's an article IGN put out. I tweeted it either this morning or yesterday or whatever, and they basically did a play-by-play, scene-by-scene of what they believe that they saw, and I was like, wow, I guess you had to really be a geek, or of course you're getting paid to do this, but they literally broke it down. I was like, I didn't see all that. It went by so fast, but they got. If what they say is true, we in for some big stuff, and I expect the comic heads here on the show would be able to break it down even better. But the Wakanda reference almost seems like 100% solid. But they say
Broken Shield, absolutely.
Well, they said that was only one of two other things that they said that actually alludes to it. They said the Broken Shield. They said it also looked like, and here's the article. It's called 21 Things We Noticed in the Avengers. So they said the Broken Shield was one of them. I'm trying to scroll through this article real quick. They also said that there's a character that Andy Serkis is like the first time ever he's not like motion captured. He's in it, and he's playing some character. What is that guy's name that he's
Black
supposed
Panther.
to be with Banner Striker. No. No.
Now that would be a travesty.
Yeah. But he's with Baron Strucker, and they said he looks exactly. Yeah, they said he looks like Ulysses Claw.
Claw.
Yeah.
So they say his facial hair and the way he looks. Again, Andy Serkis, Gollum. I know y'all should know that. And much of other people as well, King Kong and other people, But he's supposed to be Ulysses Claw, and so you got the broken shield. They say Ultron changed a little bit. It looks like he might be looking for vibranium or something. So they really went hard on the whole, Wakanda references, a map with South Africa on there.
Well, they did, and they shot in South Africa, right?
And they shot some of the film in South Africa. They said at the 7-second mark, the landscape shot is showing South Africa, and they said there are South African scenes, so is this part of the thing. Then you got Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, which we already knew. Got the Hulkbuster was in there, various different things of Ultron. It seems it is a lot in that 1 minute and 50 some odd second. So, yeah.
I thought the trailer was. One thing that I wanted to comment on the trailer. I think they did a really beautiful job on Ultron. I think that just what they showed from the different perspectives on it just looks absolutely beautiful. So I was amazed.
I'm not a fan of the face.
I like it.
Like what they did, like on the E-Weekly on the entertainment cover they did a couple months ago. He looked almost exactly like the comic book version, except with darker or whatever. Mm-hmm. But then in the trailer, they showed a variation of that, but then they showed him having more of a face, like with eyes and a mouth and stuff. And I was like, where are they going with? Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know if that's the first version, and then they go to the comic book version. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
He did evolve in the comic quickly. From the old days when he first got started, he did evolve quickly. Like he even talked in his first entrance with Hank Pym in the old in the old Avengers comics. He started out looking literally like a little box with an antenna on his head. And then he was like, I gotta grow,
Yeah,
that's what they for.
Just like that. I remember that. He was like a box, just a box, and it was.
It almost seems like Marvel was trumping DC when DC did their announcement, and they had a standalone, a Cyborg film and announcement and a standalone Wonder Woman. It seemed like this was done more so to trump DC than to kind of settle the base, because I know in geekdom the calls for a Black Panther film have been really growing. Marvel hasn't announced anything, but I think this is sort of laying the groundwork for it.
Yeah, to let us know that they have been planning all along. Yeah, because you're right, Bison. This trailer got quote-unquote leaked right in the same week or so that all the announcements about DC, and DC's been hot and heavy. They've been like, we're doing a standalone Wonder Woman, we're doing a Cyborg, we're doing a Green Lantern reboot, we're doing a Batman standalone, we're doing a Justice League. They dropped a lot of films between now and 2020. Not to mention the stuff they're doing with their other properties and licenses that I'm not, all caught up on. But it seemed like they threw down the gauntlet, not to mention television. A part where Marvel's getting beat to death with on television, because you got the Flash, you got Arrow, you got Constantine now, you got Gotham more or less.
May have the Teen Titans on TNT might be coming.
Yeah, so they're doing. Speaking of that, by the way, I just wanted to ask you guys, how do you feel about them not? Whereas Marvel's doing the let's tie TV and movies together, DC wants to keep them separate universes. In fact, they already cast a Flash for the movies. I personally think they should have followed Marvel in that regard. I like that, characters in Marvel TV show and vice versa could show up in the shared universe. Is it just me? I kind of think DC dropped the ball on that one.
I think it's. I've been saying for 2 years it was a missed opportunity. You know, maybe what's it called, Stephen Amell. Maybe he's not, you know, movie material, but at least they could have made the connection. You know, and I just it's missed opportunity for me.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling like that.
I thought they should have tried it. I thought they should have gave it a shot because they have a lot going on and they need this to help them in the long run because they feel like they're behind. You could tell because they didn't start out like, you know, what Marvel was doing. Marvel has been planning this for years, so they're in second stages of a 5-10 year plan, whereas DC is trying to get their traction. Cause like I said, they only cared about two of their characters up until now, and they want to grow it out. And it's like, well, how do you do that? How best do you do that? Now, if they could have tied it, because I'm telling you, like what they're doing is, what these shows are doing is giving people more to look at, and it's broadening what DC could be. No one was thinking Green Arrow before the show. I sure as hell wasn't. I knew who he was.
I know.
He was one of my least favorite characters in all the comics, period. And now I find myself looking up his backstory simply because of the show. Now,
I always thought it was that guy that's like Hawkeye.
You know, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, now Flash is a little bit more popular than the Green Arrow, but at the same time, you're giving him airtime because he hasn't had any movies. There was no, let's put him in a movie, let's do this, that, and the third. I mean, you had that 90s crap that you had called The Flash, and I watched it. I mean, I did watch that old stuff, the old
This is the
Flash.
second time in like 2 weeks you went at that show.
For the end of the day.
I think Warner Brothers.
Go ahead, Biden.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I think Warner Brothers needs a Kevin Feige figure to sort of wrap this, kind of take control of it. Right now, it just seems like they're herding cats. But this announcement wasn't new. I think her name was Nikki Fink. She announced this back in around San Diego Comic-Con, but that, you know, as Hollywood tried to make her be a nutcase, nobody paid any attention. But this came out 3 or 4 months ago. But Warner Brothers needs someone to Warner Brothers needs a face of Warner Brothers film saying, okay, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're going about it. It still seems unorganized and reactionary instead of being proactive.
And what's crazy is DC actually has the upper hand if they had that personality at the top, like you said, Biza, because they own all their stuff.
All of it.
All of it. You know, and they're dominating in TV. They got a Supergirl TV show coming out next year as well. And their movies are just really good. I finally got around to watching the Son of Batman animated cartoon today with the boys. That was really good. And I'm like, DC can do no wrong when it comes to like cartoons and TV for the most part. I hear there was some stuff I wasn't watching in the early 2000s that wasn't so good. But Marvel is on the ropes because now there's this thing that they might be cutting the deal with Sony to get Spider-Man for Civil War. And they had to, and I'm like, man, they're missing out a big point because they can't even mention Mutant. And now there's this big pressure on them to make their Quicksilver better than Fox's Quicksilver. And right now, that one scene is is going to be hanging over their head hardcore.
Yo, if they don't bring it, and truthfully, I don't even know how they're going to bring it. Like
I think they already lost.
I agree.
Everything I've seen of their Quicksilver so far is like, and I want Fox to lose. That's the problem. I want Fox to lose bad.
Yeah.
But even I saw that scene. I think everybody who hates Fox and hate that they have the X-Men property, I think everybody universally was like, okay, he looked stupid in the pictures, he looked stupid still, but how they used them was pretty good.
Right. And that's what I felt like about John Wick.